Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Amsterdam Forum. I do not know whether we're right or not, but with us this evening are three guest presenters. We have John China. John, you're still on mute, dearest. Take yourself off mute.
They're all on mute. There's Eddie on now.
There's Eddie. Oh, Eddie's. Eddie's switching him long enough. We should just have left him on mute. Right. Roy,
okay,
don't you touch nothing. Roy's going to release you from here. Oh, can you not unmute John?
Got it. We're away.
No! I have visions. This is what the rest of the night is going to be like. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual band parade with the three Muscahounds. We have John China from
Hello.
Boys. We have Eddie Torney from Ballyhalbert.
Yo.
And we have Stephen Feely from Miller Memorial.
Evening all, folks.
I have got so many good luck messages tonight that I'm going to need it. It is actually scary. But guys, it is now all yours. Who wants to take the lead? Do you want me to read out a few messages or do you want to get straight into your first tune?
We'll take a few messages first and nothing to the abuse that we're getting.
Right, that'll do. Well, you have 300 watching it live at the moment, okay?
300, right? Is that good?
Well, the highest we've got is about 440, 450. So you've still got a few family members to bring in yet.
Okay.
It's only starting, but
if everybody phones their granny and tells their granny to come on, we should build it up.
Well, where do I phone these people on the short straw here and I'll be all right.
Now, the other thing is to remember that not everybody's an old Belfast culture like you boys, so we can't speak a wee bit slower. Yes, our Belfast twang of you guys, okay?
Excuse me, Valerie, we're not all from Belfast now.
Right, I'm going back as early as I can. We've missed loads. Marty Burrows is watching Kenny McAteer. Lisa is watching Rab White. So many people are looking forward to this. It's actually scary. Lynn Fitchie's watching. Jim Werner is watching in Malile. Robert Goldsmith in Oma. Keith McEnany. Richard Jones in Arbroath. Philip Shilliday. Norris Meehan. Denise Gordon is laughing already. Gertie Brown is watching Keith McCormick in Portrush. Annabelle Kinnear, Brian Turner. Ben Miller says it is comedy gold. Mark says it is the virtual band parade Dad's Army edition.
Yeah.
It'll all be perfect. Everything will be perfect tonight. Can't get any worse.
What do you mean it can't be any worse, Stephen?
What's the name? You know, we're on tonight, so let's say we'll give it a blast and see what happens.
Annabelle says you need a booster cushion, John.
A what?
You need a booster cushion.
All right. I think Mr. Feely's worried that all his bonds watching. He doesn't want to make a pig's arse of it. Can I give a wee shout out there to Lynn Ritchie?
You can indeed.
Ritchie, yep. She lives in London. I know her well.
She's a big Gertrude fan as well.
I know that. That's her problem. I know that.
Amy Norton, who is our fan in America, has said she is so glad to have faces now to go with the names of you three. Now you know Amy, who plagues the life out of me every week. These three.
What do you call this girl?
Amy Norton, and she's in America.
Did she work in Disneyland?
Are you looking a free trip or something?
You get us the Three Stooges people were calling us. What's that all about? Good to see her in anyway. Good to see her in.
It's good to see everybody in. So, do you want to introduce your first tune?
Right. The first one is the Liverpool Tattoo in 2018. It's William Palmer from Balnaran playing a piccolo solo. Absolutely fantastic piece.
Okay.
So put your salute, guys, while it plays. Loads of folk loving that, Eddie. Oh, Stephanie says, great start to the show, first class. Denise says, oh, wow, great start. This is outstanding. Philip Mackay says, great start. Cheers, Eddie, says William Palmer. Billy McHugh says, excellent start. Joy Collins giving you a round of applause. China. Jockey Hamilton says, fantastic. Eddie Baird, brilliant start. So your first start got on very well.
It's all downhill from now on.
Ivan Webb says that first.
Who was that? Was that Balnaran?
No,
Yes.
it
It was William Palmer that plays for Balnaran.
Oh, it was close then, wasn't it?
Well, you're keeping the rest of them happy now. So they are.
Oh,
You're,
here we go. Here we go. That's. I hope it's the only time there's a Keel bomb being played tonight.
William actually used to be in our band playing the piccolo, and after I taught him everything I know, we went to Balnaran.
Well, that's not bad, Eddie.
I tell you, Eddie, your bond's going well here. Like,
That's why they call him the wee Balnaran. No, that's not nice.
in, guys, loads of requests. John China, what are the monkeys? Are you playing the monkeys? Probably the main, I'm assuming.
I'm not assuming anything. I'm not assuming anything.
James Shanks wants to know, is there any Irish guards on here? He feels very alone. Lisa wants to know, can the three Muskehounds play the Ballinran, as they are never on, and neither is the Gertrude?
My goodness.
Boys would be-
All right.
China, you have to compliment people tonight. You have to be nice to people.
That is not my.
That'll
That is
not be
not my.
easy for
That is not my style.
He
But
Even the
doesn't
Gert,
come
you have to be nice to the ones out of the Gert and everyone tonight.
I know that because I don't want burned out. I think you're on a thing like this. You have to watch your P's and Q's. But I think everybody likes a wee bit of a joke and a carry on anyway. So I don't think we'll be all right. We'll be all right. I can move down to Donegal with Ari.
That ticket sounds bad enough.
Scott Clark says one of them is bound to know how to say Ballinran properly.
I tell you what. What do you call it?
Ballinran.
Is it Ballinran?
Ballinran.
Ballinran.
Yes.
Ballinran.
It's even harder to write down.
Jackie Mullen wants to know, is there any Dunloy tonight? And Robert McComb wants to know, is there any MYD? Harry MacArthur wants to know, is there any accordion bands? And tell John to play Guy McWass. Tell John to play some Ulster Grenadiers, he loves them.
Who said that?
Guy McWass.
He played all of the accordion last night.
Well,
I have to do some for Harry tonight, definitely do.
There's enough accordion band played for the past couple of nights now, so
I have to play what folk asked.
I think
Don't
accordion
ask you to
bands are
play
good.
us, the old players.
Go on. Lisa says, if you don't have the Gert, she's coming to burn your wheelie bin the night, China.
Right? This is what I'm up against. You know, but this is what I'm up against. I thought she had fell out. I mean, I haven't heard from her in a couple of weeks.
John, a couple of ones are saying you're a wee bit low. Could you come closer
Right.
to bring your
Okay.
phone closer to you?
Closer to me.
Aye.
It's sitting against the box of roses here and it's going to collapse. I can't get I'm nearly cursed. I nearly cursed there. I can't get the blooming thing down. That's right. Go ahead.
Denise Gordon says, China, turn the volume up a bit, please. And remember, your choices depend how many bickies you get in your next delivery.
Okay, right.
So what is your next choice? Who's introducing it?
Eddie's the man.
the next one is Drumberg playing in 2014. Sweet tune, Menengate. I've heard many bands playing it, but nobody plays it like these boys.
Everybody's loving the air bass drummer at the back there. Good. Whoever picked this clip, if you are just joining us, we have been taken over this evening by the three Muskehounds, Eddie, John, and Stephen. All the tunes tonight are their clips, so they are the ones you asked for requests. Lisa says she notices that's from the back of the band so that China can't complain about the wee dolls and flag. Let me see, there was another one there I wanted to read. Kyle Galloway says that if you don't play the Donica D flutes and drums, they won't just burn your bins, they will burn your house and up the wombles.
Lovely. Yep, this time of year is fantastic. Huh? Get him to say
so we're all going to get burnt. So we are. We don't play them all.
It looks like you're not coming down here, China. I'm coming up there with you.
Oh well, but sure, what do you do? Who was that?
The two is make out a boat out in the Irish Sea, because you're not going to have anything left.
Move to Copeland.
Who actually picked the bands tonight? Like, I know it was meant to be a joint affair, but who actually did the work?
We all done it. We all had a wee blast at it, you know, picking a few tunes. So whether they're good enough, we'll wait and find out.
Everybody had their say on them.
Don't worry, people, if you didn't get picked, it's just a case of it didn't think you were good enough. You know? But there'll be a few surprises anyway, and sure people will.
Did Annie Val not do a call of it all? No.
Pardon?
Did Annie Val not do a call? Did she not take a few out for us? No.
The only ones that came out were the Republican bands.
Can I just ask, without mentioning the next band, who chose the next band? That's what I would like to know. Without mentioning who the band is, who chose it?
I think he's just disappeared.
What's that?
Who
Me?
chose,
Am I there again?
who chose
The next band.
I'm probably here with the sound. Just go ahead.
Want to know who chose the next band?
I think John should introduce them.
Who is it? And I'm with you now, and they're in Ballabina. And if people have watched very closely at the very end of this tune, you'll see the bass drum skin going in. And of course that night, the Protestant boys came away with a bacon. So there you go.
Band checker. Who is the band?
Protestant boys, East Belfast. Come on now. Do you want me to say any more?
dissension in the ranks there. Jackie Mullen said that they're just so-so. Robert Goldsmith says that they are just average. Quite a few people asking for county as well. David says dolls. Ross did good choice, China. That's from Marian Hunter. Diane stated, she says she can't hear you, China, but then somebody else said that's not a bad thing. So I don't know. Annabelle Kinnear wants to know what time her request is on at, and she did a wee yawning sign. If I remember last night, her request is Pride of Lagan Valley. Sharon Catherwood says brilliant East Belfast. Lenny McLean says loud and proud up in East Belfast. And Stuart Heyman says that your bacon must be stale by now, China.
Lovely. Stuarty said that. He's hit some bacon on his day 3 hours.
Well, the Lagan Valley will be on, like, but when they're, well, the times that they're going to be on that, but I can't disclose yet. I can't let out any secrets.
Yeah.
Valley squealed last night that they would be on, so.
I did not. I just said that there was some bands that weren't being played tonight because I knew that they were in the list tomorrow night. I didn't say which band.
No, you took an umbrage because I said your hair was the same colour as Lagan Valley grey.
At least I have hair. Oh my God.
And big Ken Tate laughed his head off.
What I see Ken Tate.
Ken Tate will be happy tonight. We'll see. Well, he'll be happy.
Yeah, he'll be ringing around all his members and all to tune in.
Richard Mark Sproul says it's his birthday today and he asked for the Rising Sons of the Valley.
No.
He can keep asking you.
Jim Spouts is Eddie hates us, he won't play us. I think that's related to Donegal D.
I was tight.
Oh, Eddie.
There you go, Eddie.
Oh, no.
Huh?
I actually have Donegal D on display just behind me. That's part of.
All we can see is your wallpaper, Eddie.
If you have a wee look, they're in among them. So
they're not moving, are they?
No, they're not.
There must be
even Jensen's out in front of them there. Like
they're not even moving. There must be marking timers on there.
You want to
there's one wee model which is that one there of Sam and one of his dogs, which I've done for him a while ago. And for some strange reason, he's deleted me from Facebook, so he's not anymore.
He actually created a brand new Facebook page in his defence. Play a tune, please, says Billy McHugh.
Oh, is that the way it is?
Right, well, we'll move on to the next one now. The next band is the William King Memorial, 2018, playing at the Thiepval Memorial, and it's Path to Peace.
piece went down really well, guys. Loads of folk loving that. Super, Stella McHugh. Watson says, excellent, superb, Edward Fellows. Matty Burrows says, class. Kenny Galloway says, glass. Aaron Chambers said, very enjoyable. Andrew says, superb from William King. Give us a wee shout out, Stephen. Stephen, request for you, Andrew Vehy, a wee shout out.
Yes. Andre, Drew, all the best. We're on here for a wee while yet, so God only knows what's going to happen. No Glens matches to go to, you see.
At least that's 2 Glentown supporters on here tonight. So that evens it up here.
Well, two that would admit to being Glentown supporters. Like,
we might be outnumbered, but we're not outshunk.
Aiken wants to know any chance of you lot playing some good stuff. Somebody else said, what about something decent from the east? That was Colin Johnson.
Mm-hmm. What lodge is he in?
I have no idea. Paul Mullen wants to know what time is East Belfast Protestant Boys back on again at?
Oh dear, put on the spot. No, we'll share our time with all the rest of the bands. We're not that bad. To my knowledge, we're not on the night, Annie. That's it.
Warren Fisher says, a question for Stephen. What year was it we were doing a juvenile parade in Bangor and someone lifted his drum? Did you get it back? His band was proud of our doing.
Yes, I got the drum back. So at that time, the drum was taken from the field, but I got it back anyway. Mine was the only drum that was there, and of course it went walkabouts, but we got it back anyway.
Is that what was wrong? You were in the pub and didn't come to pick up your drum?
No. Well, there was a few refreshments taken that day, but
Andrew Irvine wants to know, hope you pick some clips from bands on the mainland.
mainland.
we'll just have to wait and see what's coming up.
Well, who's next?
well,
Somebody was asking for a band from East Belfast. Next is an accordion band, Albert Bridge, and they're in Balnahinch on the 12th of July 2012.
Julia Watterson says, lovely march. Kenny Dummigan says, nothing to do with accordion bands. Davy Logan says, can hear the accordions better from the side angle. Yeah, that's true, as long as you're not too close to the drums. Ollie McDonald said he didn't know Glentorn had 2 supporters. Joy Collins says,
excuse me, we're probably the only 2 prods.
Joy Collins says, hope you're playing the Crimson Star Cumber for my wee buddy Lee McIlrath.
Okay,
are they on your list?
If I had a magic wand, I could maybe do it, but we'll do our best. We'll do our best. Is that the war cry when you get put into the spot? We'll do our best, or we'll put you on the list.
Put you on the list.
Put you on the list. I have to get used to this sort of language of what would we call me sitting here? I'm not kids with headphones on, but we'll put you on the list.
Well, tell me this: 3 seasoned bandmen here at My Mercy. Do you think will there be any parades this year?
Truthfully,
yeah.
No.
Truthfully, yes.
I think there will be band parades, but obviously not until sort of June, July time. I think we will get back on the road, hopefully. But come June, July, that's whenever I think we'll get back out.
Yeah.
I think will they be as big as they normally are, or do you think they maybe go ahead and the cost reduce the way they did last year?
I think it'll be reduced, and I can't see especially when they put the Orange Order on the spot of huge parades, even though it's the Northern Ireland's 100th year this year. I think we're going to be on hold until I don't really know when, but I don't think we can be responsible for bringing 10, 20, 30,000 people on the parade when in the present climate.
That's true, and that is the thing that we have to. We're not just thinking of like band or
the amount of time it takes to organise them big parades too, and I can't see any of them being able to go ahead at all this year.
I think from a bondsman's point of view, even if we do get out later on in the year, it's going to be about rebuilding confidence. I think we've all lost a wee bit of confidence, and people are a wee bit worried.
The thing about it is that even if say like the Apprentice Boys or the Black went ahead with their parade, the difficulty isn't even the parade. Well, obviously there's the huge numbers, but even getting to those parades, because you're on a bus, you're confined in a bus. All of that there is far too dangerous. I mean, you don't want to just take a full band out because of COVID.
Yeah, I think we have. You're right. Well, I think we have to bonds, and everybody else is going to have to abide by the law. And as you say, you mightn't be able to get a bus with 50 people on it.
No,
you just mightn't be able to book a bus with 50 people. The way it is until maybe away next year. But I think there'll be some sort of parade on a smaller scale, even though we all maybe wanted the big centenary parade to go ahead and all our things that we've all missed, and we have missed them. But I think it's really out of our hands. And for anybody to say, go ahead, Stephen.
I think the only good point, for likes of the centenary parade, you could be looking possibly September time, maybe Ulster Day, whenever they were thinking of actually having it. That's giving you a chance of the vaccines, everyone getting them and everything like that there, which would possibly give us hope sometime.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I think the boys up in Schomburg House made up all our plans. What they are, but don't really know. But as Eddie was saying, it takes a hell of a long time to organise a big centenary parade, and there hasn't been much talk about it at all.
The thing about it is that there's they start planning this year for next year. So it's not as if you could go the month before and suddenly decide to hold a normal 12th. It just takes so much organising, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. And let's be honest, you wanted this year to be a special parade, didn't you? We all wanted it to be 100 years. One wanted it to be really good. And the last big parade of the Stormont was probably the Covenant Parade. which was a great day. So you were looking to better that, maybe, if not equal it.
Well, tell me this: are the three of you missing it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, yep.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Yeah.
What you would give now to be able to go and have a practice. Our practices are held on a Tuesday night. Drummers practice held on a Thursday night. To even meet up with people, to have a laugh, to have your practice, is what you would give for that now. You've missed a full year of it. So you have.
Yeah. I have to agree with Stephen there. Even, yes, we do miss all the parades, but we do miss the weekly practice and meeting people, as he says. And the band's all about the weekly thing and learning people and having a bit of crack and a carry on. But it's definitely missed, and it's amazing how big a part of your life it really is. It really is.
All the practices through the winter and all is all about moving the bands forward, and we've basically been stood still for the past year now, so we've a lot of catching up to do.
Do you think it's going to affect bands, the fact that we've had a year out?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. I think people have lost some people have lost the habit, and I think the confidence is going to have to be rebuilt. I know things fall into place very quick, and maybe like a light switch will all be back, but I think it's going to take a light switch.
I think it's going to be a slow, gradual thing. I think, well, maybe at the 12th we'll have the smaller parades, same way we did last year. And then maybe later in the year starting to take bigger parades, and and then maybe next year then back to normal for the 12th and Easter Monday and all that kind of stuff. But it's it's really, really hard to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I actually wish that maybe shorter can lead on it a lot bit what's in their thinking, instead of having us all guessing to get clearly out. This is what we're doing.
Who's that? Sorry, Chain in the Root. Somebody's message.
Seem to let us know.
Who let us know?
Sorry?
Who let us know?
I think the Orange Orders have a meeting and let us know what they're doing.
I think the thing is that it takes. But I think their thing is they're kind of holding off to the last moment, but like to decide. So they don't want to make a decision now, because if they make a decision now,
Well, I don't think that works. No, don't think you agree with me. It don't work. Wait until I think they're going to have. They don't want to upset the government, do they? What?
There we go.
I missed your wee face there.
What was I missing?
Right. Well, what's your next band then? Robert Goldsmith says, music, please.
Right. So the next band is the Black Skull, doing the Glasgow Walk in 2019, and they're playing a selection of Orange melodies.
I love Black Squad Core Drums. I have to admit, I love watching them. Who chose that one?
I chose that one, Valerie. Go
Good
ahead.
man, Stephen. Good man. Good man.
Who was it?
Are you eating?
What's wrong?
We can hear the mutters and bustles of you, for goodness sake.
I'm eating sweets and a dog's trying to jump up on top of me and everything.
Is it not wagon wheels, China?
What's that?
Is it not wagon wheels you've got?
I couldn't eat another wagon wheel if I had to live by them. The worst biscuits in the world.
Did you not get any of the orange wagon wheels yet?
And I tried to stay truthful. I got them right. They're rotten. They're rotten. There's nothing like a good Club Orange. Anyway, people keep bringing them.
Get any of them from the Orange Hall then? The Club Oranges?
Yeah, they have them all planked up there, but you have to be in their big club to get one.
But you're in everyone's good books, China. Anyway, you'll always come back and give you a wee packet of biscuit full of that.
Well, after the night, I might be in their good books. I wonder what I am watching.
Will be.
You know what I mean?
Of course there will be. Jason says you turn your crisps down.
What?
Jason McCourt says turn your crisps down.
What crisps?
Annabelle Kinnear says that you're going to need a bigger uniform.
Can I hear rustling and all? Can I? Right.
Your rustling's louder than your voice, John.
Right, understand. I'm having problems here with the sound. I don't know what's wrong, but I've tried everything here. But how many people's watching this tonight?
You've got 301 in at the minute.
301.
We're going well. We're going well here.
Are they all frauds?
Well, I'm just yet.
Is Eddie on from Liverpool?
Is there any of them from?
Is Eddie follows on from Liverpool?
Yes, I did see him commenting. So yes, he is on.
Give him a wee shout out for me, would you please?
You can do it yourself.
Oh, it's me doing the shouting, is it? Right, okay.
Trevor Bell says whatever you're eating sounds nice. Ronnie Hindman is looking for some Portrush bands. Have you any of those on, China?
I'll put them on the list. We'll put them on the list.
Sure, that list will do for next week. Whatever we don't play this week, we'll play next week.
I don't think I can stick this 2 weeks in a row.
Maybe less brief from now on.
So, John,
I'm not
how
sure.
Barry and I feel after 40 weeks doing this.
I think I would rather watch it and just comment.
Winding everybody up, just.
Yep. Because all I can see is we square windows here and anything a big one. And I can't read comments to waffle back again.
Are you okay? That's grand. Caroline,
Anyway, good stuff.
Caroline Stewart wants to know any Cookstown Grenadiers. Joyce says that you're booking yourself in for next week already. And Amy Gordon, Denise's mom, wants to know what you're singing for Valentine's night.
Come over to
Unfortunately, with all this COVID and the social distancing and stuff, we would have got together for a wee video for tonight, but unfortunately we couldn't do it. So whether we'll able to get one for Valentine's night or not, we'll just have to wait and see.
That was a good cop out out of there. So it was. That was a swagger. Like I wouldn't even have thought that. You're probably partially right, but Valentine's night, many weeks is that away?
3.
Well, think on it.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know what can happen.
Joy Collins says it's like a cage in the zoo, the 3 of yous.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Shock. Shocking.
I heard Ballarama are selling them CDs for 2 for £10 now. They're going that bad with them.
Nicola McElravy wants to know, is there any Cool Rain bands on tonight?
They're on the list.
Well, who's next then? Who's the next band?
Go ahead, Annie.
Right. There was a bit of gurning for this Pride of Lagan Valley band, so to keep them happy, this is them at the Protestant Boys Parade in 2018.
Robert Goldsmith wants to know, what's that tune called?
Good question.
I don't know. Ken can maybe tell us. Whatever that tune's called. Let me see. Aye, that'll tell us. Any Fermanagh bands on?
They're on the list.
This is going to be a big list.
Do you know, we have only managed to play 7 bands so far. That's all we've managed to play. And now let me see who was given off. Somebody was given off. Ivan Webb says, is there any chance of playing some bands tonight? It's called The Protester, Ken says. That wee tune was called The Protesters.
Protesters?
Yes. And Paul Rankin says that they are better than the Prod Boys.
Wait, Paul.
Alan Grant says everybody seems to be on the list except for the chosen few.
Oh, there's still a few to go yet now.
Well, who's next?
The next band, that's a silver band. Hope I pronounced this right. Tamlock Muir Silver Band. They're playing at the Boys Brigade Jubilee Parade in Cookstown, 2012, and they're playing Killaloo.
China must be away to get a few packets. We seem to have lost China, Roy. Do you want to try phoning them back? See if we can get back on again.
Is China away now?
He
He
must
disappeared.
have done what I always do. Instead of pressing mute, he's pressed the hang up button. That's all it is. We do have ads and everything on here, folks. Yes, because what we're trying to do is promote your businesses. They are completely free. If you have a business, like so far we've had Neil, we've had Light of Foot, we've just had Earn Music. So if you have a business at all, throw us in a very quick video and we're more than happy to put it on for you. Robert Lee says he paid John China £50 to play Ballykill. Well, you have to get China to answer that. And Adam Livingston says that China has fallen off the bed of roses of his box. Who's the next band, guys? Who's the next band, Eddie?
The next band is one of my own choices. It's Freeman Memorial. They're at the Brian Robinson Parade in 2019. And I picked this band because I've never seen a band with as many left-handed fluters in all my life. They usually have 2 full ranks of left-handed fluters. Being a left-hander myself, fair play to them.
That's because Balrasheen taught the majority of them, and there's a lot of left-handed fluters in Balrasheen. And they all start in Balrasheen. Balrasheen is like the nursery for all the Korean bands. So they start there. And then when they get teenagers, you see Balrasheen's not cool enough for them. So they go to all the Blood and Thunder bands. And then whenever they got too old for the Blood and Thunder bands, they come back to Balrasheen, thankfully. Good choice, Eddie. Good choice. the process of getting China back on screen again. He was away burning bins. I don't know whether that's true or not. I wouldn't like to comment at all. What was I going to say? Glenn Miller says they're wearing Val Grey as well. What is this about me and grey? I'm blonde. I'm not grey at the minute.
Looks grey from here.
It's just the light. It's just the lighting. That's what it is.
That's what you're saying, Val. Anyway.
It sure is. Well, tell me, how long are you two in Vans then?
Too long. I was first in a band when I was about 8.
Keep you talking, Eddie, and Roy's speaking to Roy, trying to get Roy, or Roy's speaking to China, trying to get him on. You just keep talking.
I first joined the band when I was about 8-year-old. An accordion band, the Harbour Star. No, it was the Pride of Down. They used to practice in the wee Orange Hall in Malile. And I was the only band in Malile at the time, and I played the triangle and the cymbals for them.
You mean to tell me the abuse you give accordion bands, and you were in an accordion band yourself?
I was 8-year-old. I grew out of it.
And then where did you go?
Do you want a list? I went to Donegal Young Defenders. I was in them for quite a few years. There was about 18 or so, 19. And I joined Portavoga, mainly for their colour party. I went and played the side jump for them to walk up that hill in Rathfarnham behind their colour party. That was a magnificent sight, I can tell you.
Was it a female colour party by any chance?
It was.
Well, China's not on yet, or he'd be giving off about dolls, wee dolls.
Well, the wee dolls I had in Portavoga at that time were quite fine. And I've been on a few bands ever since. I was in Portavoga for about 20 years.
You're a band hopper, basically, is what you are.
Well, the way I look at it, like, if you're not happy in a band, there's no point leaving it and not joining another band. You know, if you're going to leave a band and you're still wanting to be in one, what's the problem joining another band?
Well, that's true. Stephen, what about you?
I joined the Miller already back in 1990. So I did. And I've been in the Miller 31 years now. So I have. And
said 1990, I was about to say you're a newbie then, but like 1990 doesn't feel like 31 years away.
No, it does not indeed. That's what I mean, you know, 31 years this year. So I did, and you know, it's doesn't seem just flew by, like, you know. Always wanted to join a band, get into the band, and once I get into the Miller, and then I knew then that was myself then done. So it was.
Well, Jim Stout says that he taught you how to play the flute, Eddie. Is that right?
I'm making no comment on that.
Say nothing, Eddie.
Jim would have been Donegal Young Disasters along with me in the early days, like with good old craic. So with that, we were actually taught by Tommy Dixon from the Parkinson Accordion Band. A fellow from an accordion band teaching us the flute.
Well, tell me this: who's your next band choice?
The next band choice is one to please Uncle Roy there. It's Pride of the Main at their own parade in 2018.
Well, hopefully Roy's listening at the same time as he's talking to Eddie or to China and get us a wee clip on. Roy, you hear us okay? Give me a thumbs up. Got a thumbs up. So this should be Pride of the Main then. Are we there, Roy? China is still working out his way to get back online to us. Robert, I think that's why he's not online, because he's kept that 50 quid of yours and he's still not planning to be Ballycale. William Mullen says the Muska Hounds are doing a fine job tonight. These are born presenters.
Absolutely, I would agree with him.
Of course you would.
Well, that's a very good comment then. So it is, at least we're doing something right. No bad comments yet.
Are you looking to come back next week then?
Good. Give it a couple of weeks.
Next week. China, Frank O'Keefe says China has popped out to see Naomi with her favourite perfume, Canal number 5, not Chanel, Canal number 5.
Maybe he's away off to record that wee Valentine's Day number with Naomi.
I think him and her would be doing a duet.
That's quite possible. Like.
But we're trying to figure out how to get him back. So we'll maybe play the next band. Stephen, do you want to introduce this one?
I don't even know which one it is. So don't. Eddie has all the stuff there. Eddie has all the stuff.
The next band is, I don't think they've been on too much on the show, is the Robert Graham Memorial from Crawfordsburn. It's Bangor on the 12th of July 2017, and I think they're playing outside the Orange Hall, having a bit of fun.
Who chose this one?
Me.
Good man.
Hello, Roy. You hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see him yet. We're trying to get him.
I can see you on, hear you?
I heard him.
I can hear him.
Yes, we can hear him. Oh, so he's wanting a screen of his own then? Is that what he's...
Yeah.
Well, China's starting his own show, like he's getting a bit big for his bits already, like.
I tell you, I knew this would happen.
Welcome back, China.
What?
Well, welcome back.
Wherever you are.
I heard you were playing the Gert, so I just took myself off.
Very echoey, Roy. We can't really hear him.
Can you hear me? Sure,
We can hear you, but we can't see you yet.
What?
Maybe that's a good thing, is it not?
Maybe so. But sure, carry on there. Just carry on. I don't want to mess it up. I was actually just going to come into the forum and walk away.
We're trying to figure out, could we maybe join China's call, Roy? Would that work? We'll put on the next band, and then what we will try and do is we'll try and join China's call. Once we've got them on, we'll keep them there.
Right.
And then we'll disconnect Eddie and Stephen, and Roy will connect us to China's call. Is what we're going to try anyway.
This is all too technical for me. So it is.
It would have been fine if China hadn't hung up.
I've got the remote here, the TV, but that'll help.
I would make nothing but a black screen. Oh my goodness. Tell us who the next band is, Stephen, and we'll see what we can do while the band's playing. Or
Right.
Go on,
Eddie.
Eddie. You've got the list.
Well, yeah.
The next band is Govan Protestant Boys doing what they do best, and this is 2019 when they took over Belfast City Hall after being invited to a lodge centenary do there, and that makes quite good viewing.
You picked a clip there that managed to cause a lot of controversy, so it did. That one. Govan Protestant Boys in the City Hall.
I think that's what they're most famous for, like controversial.
So we've got 2 in one call, 1 in the other call. So we're working slowly to get Stephen across. Stephen, Roy will have sent you a link there. So if you hang up on your current call, and then Roy will ring you back, and then you answer it, okay?
Don't blame me. Don't blame me.
Oh, you caused all of this ruction, so you did. Don't touch the red button. It's like the President of the United States. Don't touch the red button. What do you do?
How many viewers have we lost by the destruction?
Do you reckon that we would have lost viewers because you weren't on? Is that what you think?
I thought everything stopped, did it?
No. We carried on. You were the only person missing. And they all...
Well, we weren't holding back waiting on you, like.
We just carried on. We carried on playing. So we did.
Snickies.
They all reckon you were away burning bins or eating wagon wheels. One of the two.
You know something? I just don't know what I touched, and then bang, that was it. But I thought I was doing everything all right tonight, and then.
Well, you were doing well. You were doing well. I do it all the time. There's the mute button and the hang up button are right beside other. And you can sometimes press the wrong one accidentally. So you see, the next time I do it, don't you be slagging me about it.
Okay. I laugh. For witness. Where's Freely?
We're getting him on now. Who's our next band there? And that'll give Roy a wee bit of time to get Stephen.
The next band is Pride of the Band at Dervock Young Defenders Parade in 2019.
Whose parade?
Dervock Young Defenders. Dervock.
That's a Donegal deep brogue for you.
I should get you to pronounce a whole lot of places down here. See, listen, use Belfast twangs, butchering them. We're good to go, Roy. Here's the next. I think the Three Muskehounds are on a mission or something tonight because you only can do it one time.
This time next year we'll have it all sorted. So we'll be all right.
Alan Philly says,
we'll have our own show and we'll see what happens, you know. I might actually have a better set of headphones by then.
Alan Philly says if you bring you boys north of the Lagan, yous are lost.
I think he's right. I think he's quite right.
William Smith says Big Slim will be having some laugh at you tonight.
Oh, Schmicker on. Tell him what's awesome about him. Tell him what's awesome. He hasn't been too well.
Tell him yourself. He's listening to you.
Oh, hey, Schmicker, how are you, son? You keeping all right? I'll have to get down to the shop for a wee cup of tea and a blather.
Stuart says China would say, is that the UDA Cup final? I have no idea.
Oh, I know what that is. Okay, yeah. That's an old one. I haven't heard that for a while. The UDA Cup final. The boys in the Freeman wouldn't be too happy about that now, but there you go.
No. Well, who's our next band up? And we'll give Roy a chance to get Stephen back in. Eddie, it'll be your turn next to disappear.
The next band is Money Slaying. They're parading in Rathround at their own parade in 2018 and they're playing the Glaswegian.
This is a brilliant clip. We've had it on before and I thought it was fantastic. Good to see it on again. Good picking. That was your advert, Shane. I know you weren't able to see it, but a quick advert for your shop there. And
Thanks very much.
Flag stuck in the middle of it.
Right. Thanks very much. I need all the money you can donate to the John Keenan Memorial Fund. Thank you.
Have you got the hole in your roof fixed yet?
What? Yes, well, sort of way got it sorted out this week. It was a bit of a mess walking in after Christmas, like.
Oh, I bet you it was. Was it over the Christmas holidays? You didn't even know it was leaking?
Not really.
Oh, nightmare.
Yeah.
Everybody was admiring Money's Lane's boots and the sound. You remember last week we were talking about the heel tips and that you can put on the boots to make the clink.
Oh, yeah.
Metal tips.
You could absolutely hear them there in Money's Lane. Brilliant.
Eddie's showing his age again. What? He used to put them on his shoes, going to a Linfield match and all, and act a hard man.
That old, because I used to put them in my shoes whenever I was in the band.
Right?
You're a lot older than me.
Oh, on was he? I am not. Well, we're still trying to get Stephen back on again. And in the meantime, who is your next band, Eddie? You seem to be announcing all the bands, so just you go for the rest.
I did send a list of them all, but obviously they didn't take a note of it. But the next band is...
Can't get the staff.
The next band is Johnston Star Silver Band. They're playing at Cairncastle Orange Hall. From what I believe, this is one of the oldest bands we have, formed in 1858.
We had the first practice, had I?
I missed the first one. I was there at the second one.
I think I was at the Christmas party.
Valerie organised the first one.
I was teaching it.
I was at one of the Christmas parties. I know that. I can remember that.
Lovely. High Cathedral, really, really popular tune with everyone. Everybody's loving that one. Missing the pipes, though, I have to say. They're missing the pipes.
Yep. There's been some good versions of Highland Cathedral, hasn't there?
There is.
Yep. I haven't heard a bad one yet, to be honest with you.
Well, I kind of have.
On the accordion?
No.
Right.
You're beautiful, you. How are we getting on with Stephen?
He's away to Windsor Park.
Cannot seem to get into the call because he tried the same way as Ian initially answered the call, and it worked. I can't understand it because it worked for you three, okay, or two of you to come into the call, but for some reason it just won't let Stephen.
Oh. Right. Well, we'll keep trying. We'll keep trying.
Right.
Amy needs a Manchester United and a Chelsea match. Amy, me and you's going to fall out. You need a Liverpool mask is what you need. None of this rubbish of Chelsea and Man United. Tell me this. Who is your next band, guys?
The next band, popular wee band, it is the White Rock, playing at the Apprentice Boys Parade in 2018.
Oh, this is going to please quite a few. This is a good clip. Great sound off those premieres. I think they're one of the best set of drums ever made. Some of those are machine actually as well.
Smashing wee outfit. Everybody always loves to see the White Rock coming down the road. Like
they do. There's the White Rock County and Netherton Road, and they're just eternally faithful.
Paul, we had this great conversation last night. What's the difference between them and bands like we call them the Sean or Shane or whatever they call it.
Rashane, you.
Yeah. Well, who's traditional and who isn't?
Well, you see, Balrashane's definitely older, so they would be traditional.
Unique.
Unique. I love them. I absolutely love them. I love the. They're fantastic. I have a clip of them. I have a clip of them on their 100th anniversary, and they're coming into Coleraine with, I think it's some like 24 drums, and the guts of 60 or 70 flutes, and it's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's brilliant.
Would they have that sort of membership?
They would have a big membership. The past couple of years they've been down in numbers, and that was at their 100th anniversry.
Yeah,
so
you pulled them out then, yeah.
All the old members were coming back, you know. But
I think I've only seen them live maybe 3-4 times, you know.
It's what I was brought up listening to. I just love them.
Scuffle drums.
3 or 4 times is 3 or 4 times too many.
Oh.
Roy doesn't like them at all. Roy
doesn't like them at all.
He has no taste, actually. No taste. I can see you out the front of a band like the White Rock, China.
Do you think so? I'm not sure.
We did make a deal that if you were on here presenting, that you would lead East Belfast Protestant Boys down the Newton Ards Road in your uniform.
I seen all that.
That would be a sight to see.
I seen all that caboodle, but no comment. We'll put it on the list.
to everything.
We'll put it on the list.
Alan Finlay's getting very cheeky. He says, if age makes it traditional, what does that mean for me? Alan, there's 2 older than me on here tonight. 3 older than me. 4. A lot of them. I'm the youngest.
He's a crazy mix-up kid.
He is. Definitely is. Who's your next band?
Right, the next band is Ulster Flute Band, 12th of July 2016. I know you played this one last week, Valerie, but we already had our playlist done, so we weren't changing it. It's Ulster First Flute playing The Gambler.
Well, tell me this. Who's going to sing? Who's going to sing?
Well, you're a bit flirty.
I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. Big stage. Singing.
Hello, Roy.
Welcome back, Stephen.
Welcome back.
Sorry for the chaos I caused.
We have must are now united. For God's sake, don't any of you touch the red button in the middle, okay?
There's actually one of us missing tonight, and that's our wee cameraman, Jamie, and he likes to stay on the other side of the camera rather than come in front. He's the one that makes all the wee videos for you.
So what have I missed?
The Miller.
Oh, God.
My mum says my dad is sitting at home and he's laughing away and laughing away. And my mum says, can you understand what those 3 boys are saying? And he says, no, but I'm just laughing at them laughing.
Where does your father live in the Copeland Islands?
Oh. He lives out at Balrasheen, believe it or not.
Balrasheen by.
It is, boys, where the milk comes from.
Right.
Right, well, who's our next tune then? Who's our next play or band?
Right, our next band is the 6 County Protestant Boys at Rathcoole in 2017. When I first heard of this band, it was a mate of mine sent me a wee video clip of them and told me his son had just formed this band and this was their first parade. What did I think of them? And I took one look at them and knew that these boys were not just an ordinary bunch of fellas put together. And it wasn't until I realised later on I'd actually seen them earlier playing in Bangor at the Armed Forces Day. And this is them playing in Rathcoole, playing Kosovo Mix.
On, buddy.
They are brilliant there, aren't they? What was I going to say? Joshua Morris wants to know where the next accordion bands are coming because he says there's only been one. I have to say, Joshua, they have 3 on the show, which is probably the least that they could get away with. And one of them is next, isn't it, guys?
It is indeed.
Is that wee Martin Cocaine?
Aye.
How many bonds is he in?
4, 5, 6. I don't know.
Oh, right. Just asking. Georgie. Just asking.
Not as many as Eddie, though. We were talking to Eddie while we were waiting on you coming back, and Eddie has been a whole lot more than Joshua.
Well, he's older than Joshua.
Not the same time, but
Well, that's true, Eddie. That is true. Well, who is the accordion band that you picked for this clip?
right. The next band is Portaferry Accordion Band playing in Portavogie Parade in 2019, and they're playing every other Saturday.
Devil says that's the sort of outfit he could see you starting in as a cub. China.
What's that?
Devil says that's the sort of outfit he could see you starting in as your cub whenever you were younger.
No comment. But can I ask Eddie a question?
Yes.
All right.
Is that wee band still from Portaferry?
I don't think they actually practice in Portaferry anymore.
Right. They'd be on the minority there, wouldn't they?
They still take part in the St. Patrick's Day parade down there, but they take a lot of abuse for it. Like I wouldn't fancy doing that walk with them.
On the okay, I'll not say no more about that then.
Do they get abuse from Protestants for doing it, or do they get abuse for taking part?
From the ones that are standing around the parade, what's it?
So, in other words, the nationalists.
Exactly. But
China,
play, they still do it every year. Like
we see, that's the thing. Why should we back down? I mean, St. Patrick was a prawn after all.
Don't you start me about that. We could argue all night about that.
Paul Elliott says, now I don't know what this means. I think he's maybe referencing your age. Paul Elliott says, "Yo, China, top of the tree since 1923." Is that your age? 1923?
He's a cheeky wee man, isn't he?
That's really like the message.
He's a cheeky wee man. Have you ever heard Paul singing?
No. Yes, I do.
Did you? You maybe get a clip of him on the show singing.
I have heard him singing. He's very, very good.
He is very good.
Does a lot of gospel ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does other stuff.
Anne-Louise Laughlin says, that she gets bother from the people in Portaferry because it's a Catholic town and that they practice in Portavogie now.
Right. Okay.
So they go. So who's our next band then?
Our next band, another one that'll play Kilkeel contingent. It's the Mourne Young Defenders at their own parade. And the drum major, Willie Jones, giving it biscuits from the floor.
And I reckon this clip was specially picked just for John.
Giving it biscuits. I've never heard that phrase before.
You have now.
The bickies. Do you not know about giving the bickies? No.
Never heard it before.
Never heard of it. Giving the Dixie. Go mad.
John and Lisa are reminding me that that was the first ever clip played on the virtual band parade way back in March. What a way to start something like this, huh?
Fantastic band.
They are brilliant. And Joy, I have to say, it wasn't even Roy that picked it, it was me. I picked the first night. Picked the first few nights actually, but eventually we get spreading the word out to other people. Let me see. We are going to run over tonight again, the way we always do. We've still got another 9 bands left to cover. Stephen, maybe you want to introduce this next band.
Well, the next band coming up would be my own band, and the part that we're actually playing it's a Scottish trio of marches, and this was actually one of the only times that we actually got out this year, and it was actually in the Parkinson indoor. So it was back in March 2020. So it was, but if you actually listen, we're actually playing a different set of drums, same identities, but it's a lower sound. We have actually an outdoor set and an indoor set of drums now. So with playing the indoor set, you can actually appreciate the flutes and the sound of flutes more. So as I say, I'll give you now the the band playing, I'll say the Scottish Trio, and I'll let Roy take it away.
China forgot to mute himself, and now he's muted. China was unmuted, and all we could hear was fizzle, fizzle,
You've just muted yourself now, China.
unmute yourself, China. While he's figuring out how to, China, we can't hear you. You're muted.
He's eating away.
Go ahead. Hi, John.
There you are.
You know,
Perfection.
I have to say that let me see. Somebody commented, where is it? To find it here. There was somebody said about a jockey said about that was a brilliant young drum section. Did you not notice that Stephen was in that drum section, jockey? That just puts the average age up by God knows how many.
And Sammy Calvert. Sammy Calvert as well. He's actually he's been on twice tonight. If you hadn't noticed, back in whenever the Albert Bridge played and Ballinhinge, Sammy was the drummer on the outside left. Now Sammy is back in our band, and Sammy Calvert is playing. So that's Sammy's made an appearance tonight in two different bands.
He doesn't do. Neil Glass says, I'm to ask you, why are Miller Memorial putting clips on Facebook and not watching you on the show?
Oh. I'd have to inquire, do a bit of inquiries here after.
Definitely.
There'll be a committee meeting tonight, all right?
Oh, indeed. And no social distance either.
Well, tell me this. Who's your next band, guys?
The next band is the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards playing at Dunblane Cathedral. Once again, it'll be Highland Cathedral, and this is what happens when three different boys pick tunes. It wasn't that we got. It wasn't that I put the playlist together and realised that this tune was on it twice, but it's a completely different version from what we had earlier. So
And such a
That's
great
your
tune.
picking it. China. That's definitely one of the better versions of that. Good picking, whoever chose that one. Who was it?
I haven't put my name up to that. Sorry.
Picking. Good picking. China, you have not stopped eating the night.
Hey, I live on my nerves.
we all live on our nerves when you're about to.
China, is this all
Can
the
you
food?
actually see me? Pardon?
Is this all the food that's been brought to you that you're eating?
Have I told you the amount of sweets and biscuits and things were brought to me? It was amazing. Like the people were dropping stuff into my shop.
Do you see that? Do you see that? Folk just love feeding you.
This is the funny bit about it. I haven't had a drink in 27 years, and people still drink into the shop.
Just you sent it my direction.
Me and Stephen will accept any donations you get there. Like,
well, don't get me wrong; it doesn't go to waste. I'm not that naive, but people are very, very good. They are.
Well, the next time we do a recording, sure, we can have a party.
But don't be eating any of them orange wagon wings. God, I swear to God, they're brutal. They are brutal. Like
That was when we bet that many. You're now sick of them.
No, they're rotten. They're just rotten.
Tell me this, whenever you're not on the camera and you're sitting home giving me abuse in the text messages,
Yeah.
are you sitting eating the whole 2 hours?
Yeah, you? No, I don't really know. I'm out of my dad's the other night, aren't I? But I'm scared of hitting a button here. I'm scared of touching my phone in case it explodes.
So
But
is eating your comfort, are you comfort eating because you're nervous?
yes. It's usually Saturday nights, usually a kebab and chips and upper sturgeon, girlie.
Oh my goodness, who's your next Daddy? Who is
Sorry about that.
We're used to TV now.
The younger generation will not understand.
I'd say they might shock you.
Yeah.
Who's next? Who's the next one?
The next band is one of the lockdown videos that was made by Ballygowan Concert Flute, and they're playing the Irish Washerwoman.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
What? Fantastic. Fantastic.
Wasn't that great?
Can I comment on something that you played last night?
Sure.
You played Ravenhill last night, the old Ravenhill, and there was 2 or 3 boys and people texted me because I made a couple of wee comments, good comments that I hadn't. Clifford and all were playing, and it was great to see Ravenhill on last night. One of the premier bands from years ago, and there's still bondsmen connected to bonds, but even now, and I was amazed the amount of taxes I got actually because I did comment on it because I knew one person. So it's good to see the way you can reach out to people you haven't contacted in years.
Is this program being recorded? Because it's the first compliment I've seen. like a right to everybody.
Well, I was actually taken. It was one of them ones that I was actually taken back because I just made an off the cuff comment, and I'm glad to say it was a good comment. And the and the people
Not like you, China.
well, I actually had to look in the mirror and see if it was all right, but I'm all right. But that there music the night from Ballygowan, endless world.
Fantastic.
But it
Absolutely fantastic.
proves how talented the band.
It would make Eddie and Stephen there green and maybe turn them into Glen Turn supporters,
I would take more than that.
I
Oh,
don't think that will ever happen, China. So don't think ever that would happen.
I think next band. Go ahead, China. Go on.
And when you started playing that music of the Washerwoman there by Ballygowan, everybody calls it the Washerwoman, but when it comes on, they call it the Quiet Man, the John Wayne film. What is the proper name of it? Does anybody know?
The proper name is the Irish Washerwoman.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I would have called it, because our band played part of it, and a wee stupid part, but we only just called it the Quiet Man,
You had a look there, they're back again.
Who?
You have a what do you call them? Someone looking in the back of the camera.
Oh yes, my granddaughter come in there. Just laughing away.
Is she the one that managed to get you sorted technically?
Well, more or less.
Would that tune be named after you then, China? The Quiet Man?
No.
No.
Well, I know where I'm coming from, don't you?
Yeah. China, you had said you wanted to introduce the next band, so away you go.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm a two, I think it is. The Gertrude Star has always been a big rivals in East Belfast. So you also when it comes down to it, we're all from East Belfast, and there's nobody better than anybody else. So with Gertrude Star, here you go.
I love that wee set of tunes. I think that is brilliant. Liberty, I think it is they call it.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
The first time I heard it was actually a clip of them playing it in Coleraine, and the first bit of it they took off like that out of hell, basically. And then when the next bit, then they calmed down a wee bit. And otherwise, it was absolutely brilliant. I love the harmonies and everything they put in there. So good.
Yeah, do you have to do all that commenting on the Good Star? What?
Here's what
comment on my bond like that. You're just oh, dear.
I know there's a good rivalry between the two. I actually think the rivalry helps you become better.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
You don't want it to go too far. Like, you definitely don't. But
no, there's no need for that. I think a lot of people over the years that's happened too many places where it's went too far, but it hasn't went too far where we live.
It's not even just East Belfast. I mean, it's
Yeah.
You get that rivalry between bands in most towns with more than one band from the town, and it's
Yeah,
good.
you do. It's even worse when there's just two bands in a town.
Yeah.
Like Kilkeel.
Yes.
Or Coleraine. Even Ballymena.
Yes. You can think of every town, and there's like a rivalry there. As long as it doesn't, as you say, go too far, it's healthy. It keeps them.
Everything has its limits.
Yes, absolutely. Lisa says thank you to the Muskehounds from the Gertrude member in her house.
No problem.
Well,
We try our best.
10 minutes in bed.
There's quite a few people asking, is there no bands from the Shankill on tonight?
I didn't pick them. They're on the left.
Oh my goodness.
The next tune should have been tonight's theme tune. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what it's called, but it should have been tonight's theme tune.
Who wants to use this one?
Go ahead, Alan.
The next band is Pride of the North from Glasgow in 2014, and they're playing Dad's Army.
Very good, Roy. Dad's Army. So Hans Johnson has asked, which one of the three of them is Mannering and who is Pike?
This is all before my time.
Oh.
This is all go ahead, Eddie, I'll let you answer this one. Did your band play that tune, Eddie?
No.
No. What does yours, Stephen?
It does indeed, aye. It does indeed.
Have you ever
Sometimes-
heard it played by a kick band?
I've never.
Oh, no. I'm not asking. We play it. We
It's just,
play it.
I
Wait,
remember.
are you looking the notes, China?
No, we play it. We recorded the kick. And then we bend it. But when I heard it there, it planted a seed into my head. So there you go.
Well, this is it.
Yeah.
I can remember, China, whenever you come onto the radio show with me, you referred it to you referred to the KTP bands more than once.
Right.
I had to keep directing you to say that they were Blood and Thunder. They are not KTP.
Oh well, there you go.
Joy Cullen says that these are more like Compo Clegg and Foggy from Last of the Summer Wine.
Right.
So,
Oh,
who's our next band?
Right, the next one's coming up with a wee group called Drums and Roses. They're playing in a wee social club by the look of it, playing the Penny Arcade.
This is Now that's a tune I don't like played by flute bands, but it works there. It definitely does work there.
Yeah, I've got a feeling we're going to hear that. That's your few times.
Oh my God. I can remember standing at a parade and I think every band that went past me played that tune. It was horrible. Absolutely
Can I
horrible.
just give out a wee public service announcement? This is for Braden. It's Cheryl Madole's grandson. Stay up until the bands have finished and then go to bed.
Cheryl, one of you guys were to tell him to go to bed, but I like Roy's version much better. Now we are going to play our next tune, and while it's doing, somebody reminded us about the birthdays. We haven't done the birthdays. We haven't heard you guys singing tonight. Are you going to do it live, or will we play the recording?
There's been
Play
a
a
few
recording.
then for yourself to sing it tonight.
Yes.
Oh, but I haven't listened up my throat or anything like that there. I'm not ready for it.
You can do
Give it a
that while
blast
this
anyway.
band's playing, Valerie, and then you can sing.
I'm scared of hitting the red button.
Cheeky blurty. Cheeky flirt. What was I going to say? So let us know your birthdays in the comments, and we'll do the birthdays after the next band. Eddie, if you're doing announcer, who is our next band?
Well, this is to please our Auntie Val. It's the Loy Accordion Band playing at Ballinamollard's 50th anniversary concert in 2010.
Good man. Birthdays now. Birthdays. Did you say you had a question?
Yes, Valerie. Do you know the way we say that, or I keep saying that the accordion is basically just a keyboard turned up on its side? Why do you need an extra keyboard player playing music there if you're playing?
That's the electronium.
Have you tried carrying one of them about the road?
That's the electronium. That's playing the counter melody and coming through. And there's also an electronic bass in there as well, Were you trying to be smart, Roy McPeak? Because it
No, I was
didn't
just
work.
wondering why. If they are basically, why do you need somebody else sitting behind a keyboard if they're just if they're just keyboards turned on their side? That was all.
No,
Just because they
are not boards just set on their side.
They
For
are.
God, might be that rubbish. Right, birthdays. I only
Causing
have
an argument here.
Huh?
Causing an argument.
He does that every week, Stephen. Now you see what I have to put up with.
Exactly. Steve, I see what way it's going on.
Tommy was playing the bass and the counter melody there, Barbara. Right question for everyone, even the presenters. Do you prefer Blood and Thunder or March Melody? Jockey Hamilton prefers Blood and Thunder. I don't have to even ask you guys. I know what you're going to say you prefer.
March Melody.
Absolutely.
I prefer the being in the melody band, yes, but I also have a liking to the Blood and Thunder as well.
Yeah.
But depend on the actual tunes that are being played, to be honest.
John, you prefer melody, March Melody?
Well, all melody bands come out of a Blood and Thunder band, didn't they?
Majority, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think the sort of way go back to the roots after a while.
Edward Fellows wants to know, can we please get on? He's running out of chocolates. Someone's running out of drink. So here's the birthdays. Richard Sproul, it was his birthday tonight. He did ask for Rising Sons of the Valley. Richard, the next night I am picking, I will definitely get on.
They're on the list.
It's on the list, yeah. Keith Stewart, it's his 60th birthday. That very happy birthday to you, and that comes from Doris. And Helen Thompson wants to wish her grandson Stephen a happy 25th or 21st, for Tuesday. And Matthew Steen, it is not Rab Sweeney's birthday. So there you go. Don't be trying those old carry-ons on this show. China will be after you, say, well. I believe he's one of your guys, China, is he not? Matthew Steen?
He is indeed.
You see?
They're up to everything. We're far and wide.
Okay, let's have the birthdays. Stretching, of course. The three tenors.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from the forum. Happy birthday to you.
That still makes me laugh, guys. That really does. Absolutely brilliant. George Stewart had asked us to say a happy belated birthday to Harry MacArthur. We did say a lot of happy birthdays to Harry on his birthday itself. Jockey says you're to tune that drum up, Stephen.
It's not that Sammy Calvert. Sammy Calvert takes all to do with all the tuning, so he does. So I didn't think it sounded too bad now. So I didn't.
I apologize. Maxie has said that I left her granddaughter out. Maxie, yours was one of the really, really first comments. And I didn't get writing it down. Sorry. And I did try scrolling back and look for it. And I hoped you would maybe comment again there during Lloyd, but unfortunately I didn't have the information. But happy birthday to your granddaughter as well. My head's turned tonight.
It's on the list.
Next week.
Next week. Well, we're down to our last two bands. I think this is the latest we have ever went with a show.
That was me with the red button.
we carried on. We just carried on, so we did.
Yeah.
So who's your next band?
The next band is Hamilton's Bond Silver Band, playing at Pride of Balnaran's Parade in 2019.
And they're playing half a tune, aren't they, Eddie?
Not half a tune, but 3/4.
tune. I have a complaint, boys. There's been a complaint put in. Let me get it again. Robert Goldsmith says you've left the west of the province out tonight. No bands from the west of the province at all.
On the left.
How come I don't get away with that excuse?
Do those three? Does John, Stephen, and Eddie know that there is places west of the ban?
Channy, you're still on mute.
West of the bond. Oma.
Yes.
He's
You know
back.
that there is a part of the world after Glengormley, you know. It doesn't just stop at Glengormley.
Let me tell you that the East Belfast Prison Boys would be one of the most troubled bonds. So don't tell me that. We can go further than Ballymena.
Do you go further than Castledurg, Young Loyalist? I think they travel, or Port Rush.
We've been there before, yeah.
China, you must cover some mileage
But there
throughout the whole year, and a normal year doing band parades, you must cover some amount of mileage. Going in different bands.
yeah, it's not as bad as it used to be because I think everybody's had to cut down a bit. But I don't think it's even this thing's over, this pandemic thing. I don't think it's going to be the same trouble.
No.
I think it'll come back eventually. It'll not be. Listen, it's not going to be the exact same the minute this gets over. But I think it's all going to come back eventually. I really, really do, because it's too ingrained us, and we love it too much to just let it die a death. I don't think.
Well, I hope you're right, and I'm wrong. I'm only giving you my opinion on my own bond. I think.
But would you see, through the pandemic, would you see it? Would you let it go after this? Because I wouldn't.
No, we'll keep at it. But I mean, I think everybody's going to really do things to suit them.
You could be right. You could be right. Well,
East Belfast nearly travel as far going to all the parades as Josh does going to band practice.
No. No, you've got me beat there,
Right, well, guys, we're coming to our last tune. I just want to thank the three of you for coming on this evening. It has been madness, absolute madness is the only word. But it has been fun. Will you come back on again?
What's the wicket?
You got the same as me and Roy get.
Double tonight's rate.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go for it.
Yeah, we'll come back. But I would just like to thank Roy and Valerie and for putting fantastic shows together every single weekend. We have seen obviously the problems that can occur whenever we have been trying to pick various bands and everything like that there to try and please everyone. But the pressure that must be on you two guys to do that, and the show that you do weekend week out is fantastic. So I would just like to thank you all for doing a great job.
I'll second that.
Oh,
Thanks,
you still give us the boost, huh? You still
That will never stop.
Look,
Never stop.
all right. Look at the ratings.
Just on the back of that, I would like to thank the three of them for their continued banter in the chat, because it's what makes it, the banter in chat and everybody else that joins in chat is what keeps us going. If it wasn't for the ones who were coming in to watch it, we probably wouldn't be doing it every week, would we, Valerie?
Yeah, and it's not malicious in any way.
No, it's not. It's all about fun and sure. Your Rose's 10 fell there, Jane.
He's emptied the tin now, so it's very light and not holding the phone anymore.
Saying that, mate.
You're mad, but yes, it definitely is. It is the banter and the chat from yourselves and from everyone else who make the show. It really is, and it makes it fun for us. Otherwise, it would be pretty boring for us. So, last band of the night. I wonder who it may be. We've got East Belfast. The dogs know time to go.
It's not we Bonleron, is it?
No. So we've had East Belfast Crossing Boys, we've had Miller Memorial, Who could be our last band?
Our last band is Ballyhalbert playing at Ballymena Core Drums Melody Day 2019. It's 2 wee slow marches that will play, Battle of the Somme and Flowers of the Forest.
Thank you guys so much. To everyone else, we hope you have enjoyed it tonight. It's been madness, absolute madness, but my cheeks are sore now laughing. But I'm sure that's the sign of a good night. Until we see you next Friday night, it is, I can't remember. We do have a guest. Hans, is it? Hans Johnson, I think? No, maybe I'm wrong. Someone has picked for next Friday night. I'll confirm it during the week. In the meantime, sorry?
James Johnson, is it?
James Johnson, that's it. It's not Hans Johnson. James Johnson. Thank you. And then Neil Glass is picking on Saturday night and hopefully will join us on air. Until then, guys, what do I always finish off with?
Flute to the move.
Wait, because we're coming to the tune near you.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Don't let the bugs bite.
It was one England's glorious sun in 1688. was overcast with treasons, cloud and popery stood elate. That up arose her Protestants, the peasant and the peer, and vowed the chain of perjure, James, that they would not dainty wear. They sought them out a prudent chief to guide their heart and seal, to lead them on that victory might bless their flashing steel. And who so fit to guide that host in all its bright array as William, Prince of Orange, ere he landed at Torbay? Then up arose the mighty chief and left his native shore, and rode upon the stormy waves our freedom to restore. Upon his flag was blazoned forth, high fluttering o'er the main, that our religion and our laws he ever would maintain. 'Twas then in gallant style he stood upon the vessel's prow, with victory on his flashing sword and wisdom on his brow. And tens of thousands greeted him upon his natal day, when he, our glorious Orange chief, first landed at Torbay. Come, brethren of the Orange bond, a bond ne'er to be riven. Whene'er we give great William's name, a bumper must be given. For if you'd fire a feu de joie to him who victory won, come prime and load and see you get charge into your gun. The eloquence of bumpers full, there's nothing can surpass. There's naught expresses kindred soul like friendship's social glass. And thus we give our song and toast with 3 times 3 huzzah, the memory of King William and his landing at Torbay. The memory of King William and his landing at Torbay.